Hey there! So if you're gearing up for the IELTS exam, you've probably figured out the reading test isn't just about how good your English is. It's really a race against the clock. Today, we're going to break down a super simple but really powerful strategy to help you absolutely conquer it. Let's jump right in.
So let's just be real for a second. When you think about the time limit on this test, does your heart start to beat just a little bit faster? Yeah? Well, if it does, you are definitely not alone. It's the one thing that gets to pretty much everyone.
60 minutes. That's it. On paper, it sounds like a decent amount of time, right? But with 3 long passages and 40 questions, that clock can start to feel like your worst enemy, just ticking away faster and faster. And honestly, that pressure, that's the biggest thing standing between you and the score you really want.
And that fear of running out of time, it's completely real. So many people get stuck on that first or second passage. They look up and, oh no, they've only got a few minutes left for the entire last section. We are going to make sure that feeling of panic does not happen to you.
So, what if we could just flip that whole idea on its head? What if, instead of fighting the clock, you could actually make it work for you? Turn it from an enemy into a tool that actually guides you to success. Well, that is exactly what we're about to do. And here is the solution. It's a simple, brilliant game plan called the 20-20-20 strategy. It's super easy to remember, it's incredibly effective, and it's about to become your new best friend for the IELTS reading test. So what is it? Here's the breakdown. We take that big, scary 60-minute monster and we chop it up into 3 smaller, much more manageable 20-minute sprints. You get 1 sprint for each passage. And just doing that, it makes the whole test feel way less overwhelming instantly. Seriously, it is that simple. There's no complicated math, no weird time splits. It's just 20 minutes for passage 1, 20 minutes for passage 2, and 20 minutes for passage 3. This clean, simple division is the foundation for you to take back control. All right, so knowing the plan is one thing, but executing it under pressure, that's another. So let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual blueprint for how you're going to use every single one of those 20-minute blocks. See, the real magic here is giving each 20-minute block its own mission. For passage 1, your job is to get in the zone, build confidence, get some easy wins. For passage 2, it's all about keeping up that momentum as things get a little trickier. And for passage 3, your mission is just pure discipline. This is usually the toughest part, so your job is to stay focused and not let that clock psych you out. Now listen up, because this might be the most important part of this whole thing. You do not wait until the end to transfer all 40 answers. No way. At the end of your 20 minutes for passage 1, you transfer those answers to the answer sheet. Same for passage 2. Same for passage 3. This one habit prevents that absolute disaster of running out of time with all the right answers in your booklet, but a totally empty answer sheet. Okay, so you've got your 20-minute blocks, but how do you actually get through a whole passage and its questions in that time? Let's dive into a few essential techniques that make it possible. The number 1 biggest time waster, hands down, is reading the entire passage from start to finish before you even know what you're looking for. Just don't do it. Instead, go straight to the questions first. Figure out what you need to find. Is it a name, a date, a reason for something? This turns you from a passive reader into an active detective on a mission, and that is so much faster. Next up is what I call the move on rule. Think about it. Every question is worth exactly 1 point. A really hard question isn't worth more than an easy one. So if you're stuck on a question for more than a minute or 2, it's not worth it. Make your best guess, circle it, and move on. You can't let 1 hard point stop you from getting 3 easy points later. And all of this really comes down to a fundamental shift in your mindset. Your goal is not to get a perfect score on passage 1. Your goal is to give yourself a real shot at all 40 questions across all 3 passages. This is about being strategic and finishing the whole race, not about winning the first lap perfectly. So, by breaking down the test, giving each part a mission, and using these smart techniques, you are the one in control. The clock is no longer this scary thing looming over you. It's the actual structure that helps you succeed. So what do you say? Are you ready to make time your ally?